What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Rank Everything, the show where we rank everything. I'm your host, Ryan, and today, where is it? Recommended by Lord Albertus 3, How Often Do Cryptid Monsters Dig in Their Butt? So thank you for the suggestion. Our tiers for today are here at the bottom. We have Can't Reach Their Butt, so they give up. These are monsters or cryptids who don't have hands or arms, or just don't have hands or arms long enough to reach their butts. Or you could even throw in, like, monsters that just don't have butts. Then from there we have They Don't Scratch. These are ones who, they don't scratch. For whatever reason, I don't know, they're just, clean. Then we have Scratch at a reasonable amount, like, normal, everyday, like, you scratch every now and again, something like that. And then we have a daily scratcher. These are monsters who are doing it every day. And then up here at the top, we've got scratches for work. These are the cryptids who, like, they take it up a notch. Where, like, not only are they scratching every day, it's like they're doing even more dastardly stuff. They are scratching at all times of the day, scratch and sniff, that kind of thing. Okay, I don't know. Most of these by, like, I know, like, all the most famous ones. I don't know. Some of these are, like, kind of hard to tell what I'm looking at. I'm not a cryptid expert because I'm not a fucking psycho. So, but we're gonna do our best, and a lot of this is just, of course, going to be based on what I'm looking at. It looks like first we have the Yeti. So the Yeti is just, the Yeti is just the Sasquatch, but he lives in the Himalayas and the snowy mountains and other stuff like that. Okay. And so, when we get right down to it, the Yeti is basically just a big monkey, based on what the legend or what people say about it. And so, monkeys dig their butts all the time. Monkey straight up be scratching the crack. So, I'm going to say that it's probably scratch at a reasonable amount. The Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster cannot reach their butt unless they use their freakishly long neck, which would be horrifying. But yes, they cannot reach their butt, so they give up. This thing, it looks like an evil teddy bear or koala. I'm gonna say this one's a daily scratcher. Then we have what looks like regular Sasquatch or Bigfoot, or you even hear the term, skunk ape thrown around, which they say is a different species of Bigfoot and Sasquatch. I don't know. But if it's anything like the Yeti, it's gonna be scratching in a reasonable amount. All right, this thing is just a big worm, based on this picture. And so this thing is literally just a big worm, and I don't know. I don't know if worms actually obviously worms have butts because they excrete whatever the hell that they take in to some reasonable degree, like all other living organisms do or whatever. But I guess it could reach its butt because it could just whip its head around. I guess they just say they don't scratch. This thing, I don't know what it's supposed to be because it looks like it's two different ones. This one looks, unless it's supposed, I think this is supposed to be a skinwalker. So we're going to assume that this is a skinwalker. A skinwalker it's supposed to be some sort of, it's based on Native American legend that they are evil witches and wizards or whatever that did this horrible ritual that gave them shape-shifting powers. And they're just pure evil and stuff like that. And, they're still people. Like it's a werewolf essentially. So like when you're in your human form, you could pick your butt all you want, I guess. But then when you're also in your werewolf form, you could also pick your butt too. So hell, daily scratcher. Okay, I have no fucking idea what this thing is. Is this supposed? I think this is probably supposed to be the chupacabra. I think this is supposed to be a chupacabra, and chupacabras, they probably scratch a reasonable amount because it's basically just a dog that sucks blood. That is okay. I think that this thing is supposed to be the rake, or it looks very similar to the rake I think it is supposed to be the rake, though, and the rake is, again, just a humanoid. He probably doesn't use toilet paper when he takes big shits, so his butt definitely gets scratchy. This is a daily scratcher. This thing, I think this is a jackrabbit. You know, because it's like literally a big rabbit with horns, and those aren't like real or whatever. So I think it's supposed to be a jackrabbit, and I mean, if they can scratch their neck with their foot, maybe they can. They don't scratch. I cannot really tell what this thing is. It looks like some sort of large creature headbutting a tree. Which maybe it's doing that because its butt itches and it can't scratch it because he cannot reach his butt, so he gives up. I have no idea what I'm looking at right here. I can't make out this image, so we're just gonna say they can't reach their butt. Is this? I don't know who this is, or what this is supposed to be. So what I'm gonna say is, but like you obviously could this person thing. Is this supposed to be like La Llorona? Because I don't know. That's not a cryptid, I don't think. I don't know though. Yeah, maybe a cryptid expert can come down in the comments and explain what each of these are, or at least all the ones that I don't know what they are. But this is like a humanoid with red eyes. It's not Mothman, because Mothman's right here, obviously, and of course there's no wings. I don't know. They could scratch their butt, but I don't think they do scratch. The Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil, I mean, do you think maybe like it's like one of its wings could like reach down there and give it like a good old scratch? Scratch is reasonable amount. A Thunderbird, which of course, said I mean, with all of these, no one knows if they really exist or not. And there's stories that suggest that they do exist, and this and that and that and this. And I feel like the Thunderbird might have been the most believable one just because of this photo. This one legendary photo of it looks obviously very authentic, but of course, back when this photo was first circulating the internet, I mean, it was right around the time that Photoshop was really becoming popular, so very obvious, or very, very, very certainly could have been Photoshopped. It is a cool picture nonetheless, but there's no fucking way. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it could, I just don't think it would. Goat Man. The Goat Man. Bro, absolutely is a daily scratcher. This thing, I mean, I don't know what this thing is supposed to be, but obviously it reminds me of, like, you know, Jormungandr from Norse mythology. You know, he's so long that he wraps around the entire planet and eats his own tail and shit like that. Or, I think it's supposed to be like the idea of like Ouroboros, which is, again, it's like the same exact image of the snake that eats its own tail or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I mean, it's if we're, I don't know where the butt on a snake or a worm is exactly, but I know it's not. I don't think it's supposed to be the very tip of the tail. But I mean, bro's going whole hog on the end of his tail, so he definitely can reach his butt. Bro scratches for work. I don't know what this thing is. It looks like it's on four legs. It looks like it... Is that like a big snout? Is this supposed to be like the fucking... No, that doesn't make any sense. That's like a made-up monster or something. I was going to ask if this is supposed to be the thing from The Ritual. Remember that scary movie from a few years ago? Sounded what it's reminding me of. Just this big giant thing on four legs with some long-ass face. Can't reach their butt. I mean, he definitely can't reach his butt, is what I'm saying. I have no idea what this thing is. I think it's just a go-go ghost. I think I've seen something like this before in the past. I have no idea what it was called, but I think it's essentially just, I mean, what it looks like, it just looks like a ghost. Like, it looks like some spirit with two legs and kind of a head. So no arms to reach their butt. So that makes things difficult. And you think they kick themselves in the butt with their heel, and that sort of counts. We're just gonna say that they don't scratch, or no, they can't reach their butt, so they give up. The Kraken or the Leviathan, whatever. I know there's a difference between the two. I think this one's just supposed to be the Kraken, though. But giant octopus. They definitely can scratch. So I'm gonna say they scratch a reasonable amount. This thing, I don't know if it's got a name, but this thing is obviously just a giant frog with arms and legs. daily scratcher. That's what I'm saying. Mothman. If Mothman is still alive, or whatever, if he ever was, I don't know, because remember the things with like the bridge massacres happened forever ago. Like it's been those happened in like the 60s or something, didn't they? I don't remember. I have to watch that episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved again. But Mothman doesn't scratch. He's clean. Homie's clean. This thing, I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at for the most part. I mean, fucking, it looks like does the thing not have eyes? Is that supposed to be like a mouth? But it's long body. It's definitely underwater with big, long, or not particularly long arms, but arms. So, I mean, I can't tell if it has a butt. So I guess we're just going to put it in the can't reach their butt. Alright, so this is Bigfoot, which means this must be like the skunk ape. Because, yeah, it's coming out of a swamp, so this is like a skunk ape. This is Bigfoot. And Bigfoot absolutely is a daily scratcher. For real. Okay. I don't know what this thing is. It looks like one of the Q from that fucking really crazy-ass short story, whatever it is, about those aliens that come to... Yeah. Don't read it. It would freak you out. It kind of... what I also thought of just now was the one-horn, one-eye flying purple people eater, but this thing is not purple, obviously. I have no idea what it is, but it looks freaky. It looks like it would definitely be able to pick its butt with that long-ass tail, so we're going to say it scratches a reasonable amount. This thing... what the fuck am I looking at? It looks... Is it crying? Because it looks like it's sad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's got limbs, and considering that its butt is like literally a tube, like a snout tube, this dude's definitely picking his butt on the daily scratches for work. A Wendigo. Wendigos, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's no toilet paper out there in the wild. So daily scratcher. That's all I'm saying. This thing, I can't tell what it is exactly. Whatever it is, it's this big thing peeking out from behind a tree. Very freaky looking. So I'm going to say this thing is too evil to scratch, so it does not scratch. This thing, I don't know what I'm looking at, but... Is that its fingers, or is it hand nailed to the floor? Why does it also have a fucking spiffy haircut? And also looks like it's got this look of total shock on its face. I'm going to say my headcanon is that his hand is nailed to the floor and he can't scratch his butt. That's what this is. But here you have it. This is our official ranking for which cryptids dig in they butt the most. If y'all enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel to see more content like this in the future. It means everything to me when you all subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos all the way through. Very helpful. Now, leave a like on this video so that YouTube will recommend this video and other videos on my channel more to you as well as others in the future. And then finally, leave a comment down below letting me know what ranking you want to see in the future. It can be anything. The channel is called Rank Everything. Once again, thank y'all for watching. Until next time, have a good one.